Howdy Hacksters, we are rolling the clock back to June 2019, 2 whole years ago, when we visited 2 Bit Circus, an LA area indoor theme park. We got a sneak peek and a quick interview before Better Night, which is a time for local developers to bring their own games and gadgets to test out. So hey, what's up? This is Eric and Brent from 2 Bit Circus. What's up, guys?
Howdy.
Howdy.
Thanks for coming down.
So what is tonight? Why is everything so hectic?
Oh man, this is our favorite night. This is called Beta Night, and this is where we've been doing it for years, even before we had this park. We showcase our new stuff. Local creators come and showcase their new stuff. It is a ton of fun. We're trying all sorts of new things. As long as you don't care about getting a splinter or things being a little buggy, you're gonna love it.
I tell people that this is when we show off the stuff that just isn't ready.
But you also get people in from the community to try stuff out.
Exactly. The thing that's so fun is there's a whole group of folks that likes to be part of the process, right? Want to be able to give feedback, meet with the developer, say, hey, this is what I love, this is what I don't love, and then, it's invaluable for the creator. They get to see what works and what doesn't. And as you can see, somebody in the back there's having some fun already.
Our normal process starts with creative people bringing creative stuff here and playing with it, right? And yeah, we have an internal team of developers and we're building stuff. In fact, we're testing something new tonight. We may be testing more than one thing tonight, actually.
I think so.
I think there's some metagame stuff too. But it's this soup of creativity, both internal and external, that gives rise to all the stuff you see here.
And you have all kinds of different games, right? You have not only VR, you have these sort of arcade-type games and things that are very group-oriented, which seems to be a large part of your ethos.
Yeah, social games are a huge focus for us. We love social, getting people back together again. Get off your phone, get off of Facebook, and start having some fun together live.
My goal when we're developing games here is to create what I call micro-friendships. The idea that you might play a game with someone you've never met before in your life and have this momentary connection, just this momentary spark. And that spark, that may last 1 second, it may last 5 minutes, it may get you to the bar, you may have made a friend for life.
It can be awkward to meet a stranger, but if you are hell-bent, defending the galaxy together, all of a sudden, you might have something in common. We've got really 3 core groups that love coming here. Young adults, Friday, Saturday night feels like this could be a club in Hollywood, except, everybody's playing games instead of dancing. We've got young families, the floor is maybe 6 or 7 years old, but, 7 to 14, really go nuts. And then we do a ton of corporate stuff. So conferences, team building, meetings, all kinds of things.
Kitty was mentioning that SpaceX and Riot Games both love to come here.
Oh my God, we have done so many parties for SpaceX and Riot. It's been a blast.
What are your secrets?
Well, that's for you to find out tonight at Beta Night.
Actually, we do have an entire secret meta adventure at the park. So that's one of the secrets.
Yeah. Totally.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there really is.
Yeah.
There's clues embedded in the ceiling and all over this place.
I'm really not sure if you're joking or not.
No, we
Definitely
really do
not
have
joking.
that. Yeah, definitely not joking.
I'm really suspicious now. Okay, so you were an organization before you had this space, and you were all.
She's like looking around for clues while she builds this out. It's awesome. Her eyes are just okay.
I love that about adventure games and secret societies and stuff, where it teaches you to sort of look for little things that might be off in the world or just interesting in the world.
Yeah, it leaves you a little curious, right? What else is going on that I'm not privy to right now? We really wanted that.
Yeah. And before you had this place of your own, you were already running events. How did this grow out of that?
Yeah, Eric and I started collaborating, making games and bringing them to other people's parties, and people liked it. So we kept making more stuff, and all of a sudden the parties got bigger, and pretty soon we were entertaining 5,000 people a day, and finally said, let's do our own events. So we threw a big traveling carnival, because we're a bunch of idiots.
That's awesome.
It was awesome and huge
Clowns.
and such
Bunch of clowns. Bunch of clowns.
And then it was so much to set up in just a weekend. We finally said, let's go permanent, and landed here. We've done some pop-up events, but it's been a while. We've really put everything into getting this park open.
And it looks amazing.
Oh, thanks.
So what's next?
We're adding a bunch of new content to this place. We're working on a bunch of new things. So the game that we're testing today, 20-Minute Medical School, is an awesome new story room, our kind of interactive multiplayer adventures. We're working on expanding. We're looking at a bunch of new sites. We haven't announced any publicly yet, but a lot of fun stuff in the works there. And then constantly looking at new attractions. We launched this place half finished, so we're adding a bunch of new stuff, and also how we use that stuff. We're doing leagues. We've got an E3 competition coming up next week. doing a World of Tanks tournament, and we're working on our own league program. So we got some fun stuff coming.
I would love to see a collaboration with Meow Wolf. Have you ever talked to them?
Oh man, we love those guys. And they came actually out to our workshop years before they opened their place in Santa Fe, and so we had some fun, hanging out, and then I ended up at their opening. So really, we're big fans.
Sweet. When did you open this place?
September of last year.
Okay, so for each of you, which is your favorite of the current games? Do you have one?
Well, let me tell you about Club 01.
Ooh.
That's our interactive game show theater. It's a 100-seat theater, touchscreens at every table. You walk into this room, and you're playing a game with 100 of your new closest friends.
That's here?
It's right here. It's right through that door. And you sit down at your table, and you're part of a team. The other people at your table. There's a host on stage who's hosting the show. So it's not like you're just playing against video game characters. No, there's a live human being that you're interacting with. We have trivia nights, we have wine tasting, we have whiskey tasting, we have a 100-person escape room competition.
And that's a whiskey tasting comedy show, by the way.
Whiskey
you get
tasting
4
comedy
glasses of whiskey, and you're being run through the difference between a Scotch and an Irish. It really makes for a great show.
What about you? What's your favorite?
I really love Space Squad in space. This is our kind of 4 to 6 player immersive spaceship adventure. You're the captain, pilot, gunner, navigator. We're all working together to basically not crash into a planet.
That's one of the story rooms, right?
It's one of our story rooms. Yeah.
So, onto something more personal, I guess. You started this, but also we just did this playtest, and you were very involved in it. Still, it seems like you're very hands-on. Do you have to work really hard to make that happen? It seems like you're right at the center of everything.
It's a fun. We're a small team. We all wear a lot of hats, and at the end of the day, we're making games and attractions. We want to make sure that we are a part of that process as much as possible. I don't know. How would you answer that?
I mean, we started an amusement park because we like making and playing games, not because we like responding to email. I hate responding to email.
Email is my least favorite thing in the world. So what does this thing behind you do?
This is our robot bartender. This is Guillermo del Poro. And he makes, oh my goodness, he makes a mean martini and also serves fantastic municipal champagne. And he's got a menu of drinks he can make. They're all delicious. None of them are poisonous at all. And he's a fantastic work of art. He'll be serving drinks tonight.
See, this is why I don't trust you about the ceiling thing.
You should trust us on the ceiling thing.
Okay.
Believe me.
When you say
Trust us on the
municipal
ceiling.
champagne, do you mean tap water?
No, it's got bubbles.
Oh, okay, cool. It sounds like a euphemism. Anything else you'd like specifically highlight about Better Night tonight, or the history thereof?
You know what I love about Beta Night is I have no idea what I'm going to see. Like, I get to walk into our own amusement park and be surprised around every corner. It's so cool.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Right.
Two Bit Circus is now open again by reservation, and I've just been learning about their awesome contributions to the global makerspace community, facilitating the installation of their signature STEAM Lab makerspace in schools around the world. At twobitcircus.org, you can find these project playbooks with activities and curricula for students from elementary through high school, and they have memberships for upcycled materials, diverting hundreds of tons of trash from landfills into tools for teaching. Thank you to the founders Eric and Brent for sitting down with us. Go check them out at twobitcircus.com.